only if you write standard, competitive and the best possible answer, then only you will be going to get into the IAS and IPS list. So here in this video, we are going to discuss how to write best answers for Indian society section from GS1. So this is a last year's question asked from GS1 Indian society section. This is question number 8. Now let's understand this question. So when you're going to write answer, first you need to understand the question. So for that purpose, you need to break down the question. Alright, so first identify the given keywords. So distinguish between gender equality, gender equity and women empowerment. So this is the first part of your question. Distinguish between gender equality, gender equity and women empowerment. Next part is, why is it important to take gender concerns into account in program design and implementation? So this question is basically asking why we should take gender concerns into account while designing and implementing the government programs, government schemes. All right. So this is the main demand. This is the main demand of the question. First part, we need to distinguish, and then we need to give the importance of taking into consideration gender concerns. Now, pause the video and think what could be the best possible introduction for this question. All right. Now let's see the introduction. All right. So for society section, you can either start with some data facts from various reports, or you can start with some current example, or by giving some current context. All right. That the way we discussed in the last video. See, this question is talking about the gender. All right. Gender issues and gender discrimination and everything related with the gender disparity existing in the society. So basically here we can quote the UNDP's, United Nations Development Program's Gender Inequality Index. This was published in 2022. So India was ranked 108 out of 193 countries. All right. So this basically indicates existing gender disparities compared to the world. So what I'm trying to do in the introduction is I'm trying to showcase how much gender disparity is existing in India compared with the world. So this is one way of doing introduction. You can do in multiple ways. So this is how I will be making my introduction impactful, by bringing out the related data facts from the relevant reports. Now I will go to the main body, main answer, and always remember your introduction should not be more than 10 to 15% of the word limit, as this question requires to be written in only 150 words. As this is a 10 marker question, your introduction should not be more than 20 or 25 words. So always remember this. Now when we are talking about the main body, now see, now here I am addressing the main demand of the question, that is distinction between gender equality, gender equity and women empowerment. All right. So see, as we discussed some points in last lecture, your points must be precise and concise. So this is how you should write your content. So gender equality, I'm writing the definition here. Gender equality refers to having equal rights, opportunities and responsibilities for all genders. So this is basically gender equality. Now what is gender equity? Gender equity is fair and just treatment for all genders based on respective needs. So basically, gender equity considers the respective advantaged or disadvantaged positions of the genders. So this is gender equity. That means if we are giving some benefits, or if we are providing some support to bridge the gap between two genders, then that will mean it is gender equity. For instance, there are many schemes from the government, or there are many reservations. For example, we have reservation for women in panchayats. Even now we will have reservation in state legislature and parliament as well. So this is nothing but we are recognizing that females are underrepresented in politics, in governance. All right, that is the reason we are taking this into consideration, and government is providing reservation in panchayats through 73rd and 74th Constitutional Amendment Acts. All right. So here we are not placing male and female on equal footings, but we are considering the disadvantaged position of women. So basically this is equity. All right. Now what is women empowerment? Women empowerment is providing support and resources to women to enable them to make their own decisions and make their own life fulfilling. All right. So basically through women empowerment, we make women capable enough that they can do their own decisions, they can take their own decisions, they can make their own choices. So this is basically women empowerment. So basically these decisions and these choices are from all the spheres of life, like for example choosing a partner, or maybe from entering into politics or doing any profession or job. So this is basically women empowerment. So in this context, women must be capable enough to take their own decisions. So they should not be supported, or they should not be bothered by other factors from the society that they should not do this kind of work or that kind of work. So basically this is women empowerment. So this in this precise way we can distinguish, and we should if we write in this precise way, then only we will be able to write answer in our given word limit. Now see, next point of distinction is, all right, now let's talk about second point of distinction. Gender are equally valued and respected. So gender equality considers all genders are equally valued, respected. Now second point of distinction from gender equity is, gender equity focuses on addressing systemic inequalities. So whatever gender based inequalities that are existing in the society, so gender equity tries to address these equalities. And for example, as we discussed, 1/3 reservation given to women in panchayats, or the reservation that is upcoming for the women in parliament and state legislature. Next point from women empowerment is, this women empowerment focuses on making women capable to make choices and assert rights. All right, they can assert their rights. For example, self-help group. Through self-help groups also, women get empowered and they can assert their rights, and they can make their own choices. For example, the perfect example of this women empowerment can be given from Seva, this self-help group from Gujarat. Now see, after and for gender equality, see, allowing women entry into Sabrimala temple, like this is the gender equality as Supreme Court has given this judgment, and in that judgment Supreme Court had said that constitutional morality must override the social morality, and the restriction placed on women that they were not allowed into the Garbhagriha of Sabrimala temple and some many other temples across India. So in the judgment, Supreme Court upheld the constitutional morality, that is of equality between genders. So this is nothing but the gender equality. So this is example of gender equality, gender equity, and this is women empowerment. Now, as to make your answer more clear, more visible, and more powerful, we can draw some diagrams like this. All right, this is gender equality, women empowerment, gender equity. So this is a cyclic process. If we do women empowerment, it will lead to gender equity, and it will also lead to gender equality. If we bring gender equality in our society, then it will definitely ensure gender equity, and it will also lead to women empowerment. So this is a cyclic process which I have tried to showcase through a diagram. So always remember, writing such sort of diagrams, drawing such sort of diagrams will definitely make your answer distinct from your competitors, and this will definitely give you at least half mark extra. Now see, next is importance, second part of the question, importance in program design and implementation. Now, before writing the actual importance, here I have brought out gender concerns. All right. So because question is asking about the why we should take gender concerns into account. So first I have brought out the gender concerns. What are their gender concerns? Like, they are discriminated in society in all spheres of life, like in family, all right, in terms of education, in terms of health access. Next is their participation is low in the society. This is another concern. If we look at the labor force participation ratio of the female, then it is definitely way below than the world average. I think it is 41% only in India. And then next is they are underrepresented in government. All right, they are underrepresented. So there are only 13% women MPs in our India. So there are many such gender concerns, but that is not the main demand of the question. So we will not be focusing on this gender concern. That is the reason I have written it only briefly to create the context for our main answer. Now let's go to the main demand of the question. Importance in program design and implementation. So this is how you should give the subheading, and you should box it like this. Your subheading should be short and meaningful. All right, it should convey the meaning to the example to the examiner. All right, some students write the whole question, but that is not at all required. You just need to convey what you are going to write. Now see, first point is, if we take gender concerns into account, alright, if we take gender concerns into account, then it aids breaking the patriarchal family and social structures. Patriarchy based social structures, patriarchy based family structures. For example, in the name of honor, many girls and boys are killed if they run away from the home and if they get married. This is the reality across India. Second point, so such kind of patriarchal structures or such kind of patriarchal mindsets will be broken down and society will move towards the gender equality. Society will progress. Now second point is degrading negative socio-cultural values and stereotypes like son meta preference. All right, so basically society gives preference to the male child over the female child. So such kind of stereotypes, such kind of socio-cultural values will be degraded and people will consider male and female equally. All right, so they will desire, if there is a girl, it is fine. If there is a boy, it is also fine. No such preference. Now see, next point is it reduces gender gap in education. Now see, I am trying to substantiate each and every point with an example. All right, with an example. Here I give the example of honor killing, and I am writing my point in only 7 or 8 words. My argument or main point. This is main point. I am writing it in very brief manner, and I am substantiating it with also very precise and concise example. Now see, this third point. This will reduce the gender gap in education. Example, SR report 2022 says now 80% girls are enrolled versus 70% boys enrollment. So this is the difference made by various government programs which have been there, which took gender concerns into account. This is what we are going to prove, or this is what we are going to substantiate in our answer. So when you are writing your point, main argument, you must substantiate, as I said, either through example or through report. All right, so this is the report data from the SR report. Now see, next fourth point is it addresses health issues, women's health issues. For instance, NFHS National Family Health Survey 5th round says 51% women are anemic in India. So such kind of health issues can be addressed if we bring gender concerns into account. So there are many problems faced by women related to their health, especially reproductive health. So these concerns, if we take into account these concerns, then such health issues will be improvised. And if we improvise the health issues, or if we resolve the health issues of women, then definitely it is going to resolve the health issues of the entire society. All right. Now next point, it ensures inclusive development and boosts economic participation. And I have given the data of female labor force participation rate. Only 41% are that rate is only 41% according to PLFS report. So this is the way to substantiate your content. Now see, next point is it promotes representation in politics and governance. According to ADR report, Association for Democratic Reforms, only 13% MPs are women in India, members of parliament. Now I have written 6 points. Out of these 6 points, I have tried to write 4 points. First 4 points are from social angle. All right. You have to ensure multidimensionality in your answer. So this is social angle. First 4 points, and then 5th point is on economic angle, and last one is on political angle. So I have tried to make my answer more multidimensional. First part talks about the society related issues, the society related angles. See, patriarchal family, then socio-cultural values and stereotypes, then gender gap in education and health. So these are all important points from social angle, then economic angle, and then political angle. Now after this, I must ensure a proper conclusion. So this is my conclusion. See how I am concluding. Ensuring gender sensitivity This is addressing the central demand of the question, because question was asking about the gender disparity. The question was asking about the importance of taking gender concerns into account. So ensuring gender sensitivity in program design and implementation is pivotal to achieve SDG number 5, which is related to gender equality and vision of Vikasit Bharat by 2047. So this is some goal or objective set by the government. All right, this is the international objective or goal. So we can basically, what I'm trying to say here in conclusion is, we can or we must conclude by connecting with some positive goals or objectives set by the government. All right, set by the government. So this is the way to conclude your answer. And again, as I said, your conclusion should not be more than 10 to 15% of answer, and main theme or main central idea of the question should be addressed at a broader level in conclusion. So I'm not addressing gender equality or gender equity or women empowerment, but I'm addressing issues of gender in general. So this is the broader level. So your conclusion must address the central theme at broader level. Thank you.